everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome to my channel. I am so excited to have you here. It is Saturday and we are all hunkered down in our houses, and I have promised to deliver and provide you entertainment over this interesting time of our lives. And I was actually brought to the attention of this specific story, well, because I follow this awesome page. It's called Duggar's Bates Confessions. This is a Instagram page that posts like anonymous confessions from fans of the show. And every once in a while, there'll be a little tiny nugget in there where you think, could this possibly be true? Now, some of the times they talk about simple things like what the girls wear or how they feel about Josh, things like that. But earlier this week, there was a post put up on the page. Now it said this. I just saw Ginger and Jeremy at the St. Anne's restaurant bar in North Hollywood. I was their server, so I couldn't take a picture. Anyway, Ginger ordered the sparkling rose wine, and Jeremy ordered the Boulevard Tank 7 Saison Ale. They both seemed to enjoy their dinner, and I guess Felicity was with a sitter. Okay, for a normal family, this would be nothing too, big, right? Out to dinner with your significant other, having some food at a restaurant, ordering a drink, having some wine or a beer wouldn't be a big issue at all. However, this could be fairly significant because Ginger comes from a family where they don't do this at all. In fact, Jim, Bob, and Michelle are very much against any sort of consumption of any sort of adult beverages. So it's a lot of people immediately were like, oh my gosh, could this possibly be true? Was she really there? Was this really a thing? Did she really order this? We know that Jeremy and Ginger definitely go out to eat a lot, and they are self-proclaimed foodies. So much so that they had tried to actually get some influencer sponsorships with local donut shops in Los Angeles, which, by the way, they actually lost because of beliefs that Jeremy holds on to and has espoused on his church YouTube channel. You can just go to it. You can see for yourself. I'm not going to get into it. But they lost that sponsorship, and she's actually lost a number of sponsorships over the course of several months. But they do go out to eat a lot. And it got me thinking, is this true or is this not true? Well, immediately people in the comments, some believed it, some didn't. Some were wanting more information. Some were asking for additional verification, which unfortunately there was none. I actually reached out to the owner of this page because I have a relationship with them and have shared some of their content in the past. I asked them, do you have any more information about this post? Did you ask this person at all? And she said that because these do come in anonymously, they don't really keep track of where they come from. They simply take the confession and they post it. However, I did ask her, when was this provided to you? And she said they received this specific confession about a month ago. Some people in the comments were questioning how authentic this was because a lot of the restaurants in in California, well, actually most around the country, are not currently open due to what's been going on. Given that, so if we know that it was over a month ago, it's very feasible that this could have happened. They also do live in a part of Los Angeles that wouldn't be far away from where this restaurant is. They also, people on them, some people were like, good for them. Yay, I hope she enjoyed it, And then this person said, this sounds fake. How could they have been close enough to hear their order? And it says, well, if you read the confession again, it does say that the person was their server. And she said, oops, I missed that detail the first time. Still, I'm skeptical. I don't know if I believe that she actually had wine, but this is interesting. It would be cool if there was some actual proof. They talk a lot about the first season of 17 Kids. JB says that he drank one sip of beer and essentially knew that it was evil. And then Anna's dad tried to explain to camera that anytime the Bible mentions wine, it really just meant grape juice. But the explanation is the creepiest, most brainwashed thing I've ever heard. And then, well, JB needs to reread the Bible, plus grape juice wasn't heard of back then. He turned water into wine. Other people were just because she was raised by parents who thought that drinking was wrong does not mean that she follows the same rules herself. I personally was raised in a home where alcohol was forbidden, and guess what? I drank. So Did she or didn't she? Well, we know that they go out to eat a lot. In fact, a dive into Ginger's actual Instagram page, and I found a lot of photos taken at restaurants in the Los Angeles area. Ginger has taken on a completely different persona since she and her husband moved from Laredo, Texas to Los Angeles. It appears as though they're trying their best to fit in with this. She has completely revamped her wardrobe. She wears pants. She's known to wear heels. She had a pair of short shorts on last year. She's even cut her hair as well as dyed it blonde. She cut off a lot of it. A lot. Like, these girls are typically known to have a lot of long hair because that's what their cult leader, Mr. Bill Gothard, loved. But she has done a lot of changing, updating, and trying her best to look progressive. Jeremy is what would you call he calls himself a fashionista, maybe? He loves fashion. So I guess we shouldn't be surprised that she's, updated her wardrobe. They go out to eat a lot. Now, I did notice this. This appears to be at a Fortune Gourmet Kitchen, which I don't know whether or not it would be like Japanese or Chinese, but I did notice that there were 2 small cups here. Now, that could mean nothing. It could be as simple as for soy sauce, but to me, those small cups actually looked like the cups you get when you look like sake cups. Like, they're tiny little cups and they pour the sake in. Now, it also could be for soy sauce, so either way, but this was the only time I thought, are they having some sake with their noodles? I don't know. And it could be like a Japanese restaurant. Those could be Japanese noodles. Maybe. This is not something that they've done or spoken about publicly ever. Now, Jeremy, for his part, did. Jeremy went to college, and when he was in college, he played soccer. He also went on to play professional soccer for a few years. He said that while he was in college, he definitely partook and he partied, and he was in that sort of party man lifestyle. So this idea that Jeremy might have a beer with dinner does not surprise me in the least. And although he does say that he's left that part of his life behind, could it be that now that they live in California and they're around all these sort of hip and trendy restaurants, that they want to try a microbrew, or maybe she wants to try a wine? I mean, who knows? They moved to Laredo and they were nowhere near their parents at that point, so she could have actually had wine when she was living in Laredo, Texas. She also has mainstream friends. I mean, look, there's Sujin Pak that may or may not also partake in libations. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these girls do actually drink. I just don't know how outwardly they would do so. Jill, for her part, has friends that are in sort of the secular world that are still like from her church, but they all drink wine. In fact, Jill's best friend, Rachel, is always talking about how she loves red wine. It's in Rachel's actual bio of her Instagram. So it wouldn't be, obviously, here's some indications that she's cut and colored her hair. You can see how her wardrobe has obviously updated. She's showing her knees. This is definitely a girl that has evolved. And they also go out to eat a lot. So going out to eat, check, that's not outside of the realm of possibility. And then also Jeremy was a former professional athlete, along with him admitting that he did used to drink a lot. Wouldn't be the person that would say, no, we can't have any. I mean, unless, of course, he's saying publicly that he doesn't, and then he actually does, which also wouldn't be that shocking, because in this world, people, they do as I say, not as I do, right? Jeremy loves food. Jeremy loves fashion. Jeremy loves bow ties. I was going to say Botox, bow ties. But they love to go out to eat. So I don't know. I mean, he also loves coffee. He loves coffee. He's always posting about coffee. I mean, coffee has caffeine in it, which makes you kind of jittery. That's sort of like invigorating type of intoxicant, right? It's just not alcohol. But they're always posting photos out to eat. Oh, my kitty wants to be here. Hi, kitty. What do you think? Do you think that she actually had something to drink? Or do you think it's all just a hoax? Unfortunately, because we don't know and she didn't say, and because Ginger didn't confirm nor deny this, it's really unknown. And because they didn't get any additional information from the actual poster, we don't know. What I do know is that the post was sent in to them around a month ago, and they said that that's what it was. And they eat out a lot. Now, Counting On is supposedly taping, like they were taping some interviews with her a couple weeks ago, according to some posts shared by Jeremy. But people are starting to wonder if the show is going to be canceled because Joanna recently made a post on Instagram or on YouTube where she announced her pregnancy, which is really not typical. In fact, generally those are saved for the show. So people are starting to wonder, with Joanna moving to YouTube, with Jessa moving to YouTube, and with more and more of them posting on YouTube, are they going to continue with the show, or are they preparing for life after the show where they can have a social media platform where they actually share their stories? It's not known. I would love to know if this is true or not. I would say if it is, go girl. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a glass tonight. I hope Jeremy enjoys it, because guess what? There's nothing wrong with enjoying a legal beverage if you want to indulge. All right, you guys, I want to know, do you think there's any truth to this? Do you think there's anything, would it surprise you if you found out that Jinger, who has moved from Arkansas to Los Angeles, who has adopted an entirely new wardrobe and look, might actually have had a glass of wine? And is it a big deal, or is it not a big deal? Tell me in the comments below. All right, you guys, I'll be back later with more. Bye.